Hi, my name is Victoria O'Connor. I'm in sixth grade, and I go to Tomahawk Creek Middle.
Thank you. And Sandra, will you introduce yourself, please?
Hi, I'm Sandra Harimoto. I work at Oracle. I am a software engineer in test.
Thank you. And I'm Smriti P. I am a mentor with Magic. I'm a former mentee as well, and I am a software engineer at Google. Really excited to be interviewing Victoria and her mentor, Sandra, today. First off, congratulations. We just had the final presentations. Victoria, you did a wonderful job presenting and sharing your work from this session. And I'm excited for everyone to see the presentation and to hear a little bit more about your experience in this interview. So let's start off. Victoria, will you describe your project in a couple sentences?
Well, my project is basically a 2D game, and um, it's on Scratch. Um, what inspired me was basically my brother played a lot of video games, so I wanted to learn how to make a game and design other games in the future.
Very nice. And by the way, did you get your brother to play the game? Has he tried it out?
No, he's more into like shooting video games, so I'm like, probably don't want
Okay,
him to
okay.
try.
Um, it was very cool. I wanted to learn a little bit about how you approached and designed the game. So it's from what I remember in the presentation, there's like the character has to jump in different blocks and get to different levels. Um, and you also mentioned some follow-ups for more things you'd want to add. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I was thinking maybe like later in my project I could add um, little enemies and like pathways. Maybe you have to like shoot a wall or something. Yeah.
Yeah, and what were any of the challenges that you faced, as you were building this game? And I think you also mentioned that you also looked into some Python.
Yeah, so a big challenge was classes and events. Um, and at first we were doing Python, but we decided to switch to Scratch because I didn't really have a big understanding about the programming, the normal stuff. Like I had the overall image of it, but I couldn't like, it was more of a, I could see it and then it would be more like into my brain.
Right, right. And I think it makes sense in the time that you had here to also make that call and, first develop something. When I was a mentee, I also first did some stuff in Scratch, and there's another thing called Alice. And then later on, I went into, things like Python and stuff. So very
Yeah.
cool. Were there any highlights, anything you really enjoyed?
I really enjoyed working with my mentor and learning more about what I could do with code.
Sandra, a question for you. Had you worked with Scratch or games, and what was it like working with Victoria on this project?
It was really great working with Victoria. She's very enthusiastic and very quick. Um, yeah, I think we shouldn't have started with Python because like there's so many words and syntactic issues. Yeah, we should have gone to Scratch earlier. But yeah,
Well,
yeah,
you
Victoria's
you
very quick
ended
to
up
catch
doing
on.
it. Yeah, you ended up doing it in any case. So it's good that you were able to pivot during the session and get that done. Um, which is like, a big challenge too. Sometimes when things aren't going, you need to figure that out. And I think that's was probably a great, growth and learning moment for Victoria also. Um, Awesome. So Victoria, what I wanted to ask, just generally speaking about magic, how did you find out about magic, and why did you want to, apply to join this program?
Well, I had, there was a mentor maybe, and she was a friend of my mom's. So my mom was telling her about how I had coding classes, although it was more of like copy the teacher, what he does. So it was not that complicated at all. And I ended up coming here instead to learn more about coding.
Right. And how do you feel about coding now? Do you think you want to pursue more games, or are you interested in other kinds of things in the future too?
Well, I really like coding so far, and I want to like maybe explore more and advance some games that I do.
Sounds good. And final question, Victoria, congratulations again. Now you are a part of this network of mentee alums. You've graduated. And I was wondering if you had any advice for new mentees.
Um, I guess try your best and don't really be pressured, um, because it's really about what you learn instead of what you present.
Absolutely. Well, I'm very impressed as a sixth grader that was one of your takeaways. And congratulations to both of you. And thank you for the interview today.
Thank you.